Every county town in Ireland has a courthouse, generally the most prominent civic building. Market houses, like this one, are just as typical a feature of the provincial townscape, though their intended usefulness declined with the rise of the family supply store throughout the last century and the cooperative societies in this. They often serve as municipal offices, or town hall, or library, as well as county or district court. Most buildings of this kind were erected after the Act of Union. All have the dignity and solid sobriety which befits their purpose. They are severely classical in style. Decoration is unusual and is confined to coats of arms, keystones, and pillars. Architects like Morrison, the Hannon brothers, or the celebrated Richard Johnson of Armagh took care to make their courthouses a worthy adornment of the town, often featuring the building as the centerpiece of a market square or the termination of an urban perspective. It was an era of civic pride. Civic pride is the motive for the care that has been taken by some local authorities in preserving these outstanding examples of Irish architecture and craftsmanship. But a lack of interest in local amenities in other towns and villages has allowed some fine buildings to fall into decay, as at Mountrath in County Laois. Public apathy has gone so far as to permit this once elegant little building to become a sorry sight indeed, and few can remember the time when it was a picturesque landmark. Lelia Doolan reports.
Good evening. Would you mind answering a few questions about the Market House?
Certainly.
Thank you. The first one is, what was the Market House originally used for, do you know?
The Market House was put there by the landlords, the Coots, as an official building for the holding of markets. All agricultural produce in the district was sold on the open market, on the open street here, and there was an official weighmaster appointed from whom a weigh docket had to be got before the payment for the produce.
Is the building in use at all nowadays?
The building is used now by some of the local people for storage of goods, and the last use of the upstairs portion was for a courthouse in the British times and even in the pre-state times, till the building became so dilapidated that the court had to be removed.
Have you heard anything about the plans to demolish this building?
Well, I don't know very much about it, and what we read on the paper, the council seem to have a plan to remove it.
Do you think it's a traffic hazard yourself?
Well, the buses do seem to have difficulty in manoeuvring around it, you know.
And would it be replaced by anything? Does the council propose to put something in its place?
Well, I haven't saw that they have decided to put anything there.
Do you think the Market House should be demolished?
Oh, no, I think it should be restored because it's a fine example of Georgian architecture.
Do you have any idea what it would cost to restore?
Well, I've been told that the outside and roof could be repaired for about £1,000. That would leave it presentable enough and still restore it.
Does this Market House have many historical associations?
Oh, it has in my memory. As a child, I can remember Countess Markovic speaking from the corner of the Market House and our present president.
Hello, would you be in favour of pulling down this building?
Oh, definitely I would. It's
Why?
a terrible eyesore and it's dangerous. Slates have become loose and many of them have fallen off, and if we get another gale of wind, it's possible that there'll be more blown down, and they're very heavy slates and they could be falling people and be injured.
Do you think from a traffic point of view it's dangerous also?
Oh yes, because there is this traffic on the road today that very easily have an accident. I also find on my rounds around the street that motorists find it difficult to see the road signs.
Thank you very much indeed. You think this is a pleasant-looking building?
I think this is awful. All tourists come here, ask what is the awful sight on the street.
You wouldn't be for restoring it then, would you?
Well, there's no one asking to restore it, you see. Nobody has proposed to restore it.
So-
In town.
You would therefore be for pulling it down?
Yes, definitely.
You don't think it would be more to the town's credit to attempt to restore it, since it wouldn't cost too much?
Well, it's for the last 20 years it's like that. Nobody has asked to restore it.
Do you think there's any valuable function the Market House could fulfil if it were preserved?
I think there is, because we have a young farmers club here and they're looking for commercial homes, and if that is put right, like, and done up, I think it would be an ideal place for them, you know. And they say it's a cause of traffic, but I'm in town now I was rare actually in town, and I've never seen an accident there.
Would you demolish the Market House if you had your way?
Oh, I would. I think it's dangerous to traffic, and it is an eyesore to the town, and it interferes with driving a lot.
I've heard it said that in fact it acts as a safety device to traffic in that it slows it up. Would you agree?
I wouldn't, because there's a corner there that would slow down the traffic anyway, and I can't see any reason why anybody would want to leave that in the middle of a town.
You don't think that it could be a centre for dances or social occasions and things like that?
I do, definitely. I think it would be marvellous.
And lastly, if you had your choice, what would you put in place of the Market House?
A shrine.